In this module, let's take a look at some examples of security tools used in an enterprise. So the typical security tools which are used by an organization would cover the following. An enterprise antivirus, very basic fundamental requirement. The Active Directory, Microsoft Active Directory, so that the group policies can be developed, they can be pushed out, and it's a directory server for maintaining credentials and then giving authorizations. You have a vulnerability manager. You have the log management solution. You have network performance and monitoring. You have automated backups. And then you have the Microsoft Windows Server Update, which is the WSUS, which is used to push out the Windows updates to workstations, and then the Security Configuration Manager, or the SCM or the SCCM also. Now, asset management software is becoming a more and more important tool used by organizations that have a more detailed or a more intense or a more serious security program. A trouble ticket system for the help desk is very important to track faults and the recovery times or the fixing times. And then a CM, Security Information Event Management Solution, DLP, encryption software, and a 2FA solution, for example, two-factor authentication. Now, let's take a look at each of these and examine the function, the complexity level, and some examples of these security tools. For example, in enterprise antivirus, low complexity, performs basic antivirus and malware protection. You have Sophos, Avast, Kaspersky, Symantec, McAfee, all of those. Then you have Microsoft Active Directory used together with the group policy functionality. Again, low complexity, pushing out security policies through Active Directory through the group policy objects. And for example, you would be pushing out Windows password settings, the length of the password, how much time it would take for the password to be renewable again. Let's say the password would be renewed in 3 months for all users, and then it would alert the user so that the users can actually renew their passwords after 3 months. And then you have a vulnerability manager, which is a medium complexity, and you have OpenVAS, and this is an open source tool. You have Nessus and Qualys, which are commercial tools. Moving on, log management is very important. You collect all the logs. This helps us to form an audit trail for log collection and analysis. And OSEC is an example, medium complexity. Network and performance management in a network operations center is a very important function. A low complexity requirement or security tool. Cacti and Orion are examples, basic examples. Automated backups through, let's say, Veritas, and you're taking backups and doing the reporting and tracking. And then you have Windows updates through the various Microsoft tools, WSUS, SCM, as you mentioned. These are also low complexity. And then we have asset management. There are different functions which are performed here. You can detect, track, and manage assets. And this is a medium complexity. And we have examples like Asset Explorer and Pulseway. Now, asset management, we are really tracking the assets. And what happens when there is an organization which has thousands of assets, it becomes very difficult to track the security status. So these asset management tools actually help us to consolidate the security status of all the tools and report them so that we know what's going on in the organization. And you have the trouble ticket system, medium complexity, BMC Track IT, SysAid, and it gives you the trouble ticketing workflow. And then we have the Security Information Event Management System, which provides a dashboard and automated handling of events, reporting of events, correlation, root cause analysis for various events, a very important tool for the Security Operations Center. Splunk, QRadar, and OSEC are examples. OSEC is an open source tool. You have data loss prevention, a high complexity tool. Symantec is a top name. There are lots of other companies who are making this. McAfee, Symantec, and a lot of other companies make it. And then you have encryption software. So all critical data needs to be encrypted. It's a high complexity. And TrueCrypt, for example, is a solution which is commercially available. And we also need to encrypt our data which is lying within the database or the application, and there are different strategies how to do that. So as we can see, there are lots of security tools, and the purpose of security tools is automation. As the larger and more complex the organization grows, the importance of tools increases and enhances. However, this doesn't mean that people don't have a role. As we've been looking, security is about people, process, and technology. Thank you.